Hey everyone, it's Anna from PNW Blanks and Sublimation, and today I wanted to show you a new product that we just got in, and I am working on testing. I'm making sure they're all set and good quality for you all before I list them for sale. So these are 12-ounce kids water bottles, and they have a little push top here. So you push it open and there's a little straw. Push it closed, and it also has a little locking device here. So when you lock it, you can't push it open. And then when you unlock it, it pushes open. And it also has a little handle, so you can carry it around. The bottom part is removable for you to do your full wrap sublimation. And one tip, because I actually just messed a different one up, one tip that I will give you is to make sure you do your wrap placement and wrap it before you take the lid off, so you know exactly where to put it. So what I do is, I'm not sure, I guess you would want the design facing out, right? So you want your little bunny gnome. This design, by the way, is by Michelle Ray Designs. Super cute. I'll post the link to her page below. I mean, it's kind of, yeah, I guess you would want the little bunny gnome hanging out on the other side there. So I'll just set it on a flat surface. I don't know that you would really want the seam where you're drinking, though. I don't know. We'll see. We'll do this, and then just let me know in the comments what you would do, where you would put the placement. Would you do the bunny gnome so it was facing out? So when you're, when you are drinking, then the bunny gnome is still facing out? Or would you do kind of the seam maybe off to the side a little bit, so the seam's not right where you're drinking out of? Let me know in the comments what you would do, because now I'm curious. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, because I have this little Happy Easter design too, is I'm just gonna kind of put the seam off to the side here. So we'll close that up, and I put it on a flat surface, and we're gonna do just like that. So I put it on a flat surface, wrap it around, make sure this isn't really a flat surface. Move this off to the side a little bit. Can you see that? Okay. So I put it on the flat surface like that. Okay, and then I make sure that that my edges are lined up, so my seam's nice and lined up. And then I will do one piece of tape right there in the middle, just to hold the spot. So basically how I have it is the Happy Easter's right here where you're drinking, and then the gnome's kind of like off to the side a little bit. And I think that'll be fine. I think that'll look cute. This design, it's not as important to make sure, but that's just a tip that I have for you all. Also make sure that you take the straw out before you sublimate it. A tip I have for you all before you take the top off, in case the design that you're doing does have that important placement, just make sure that you're doing it accurately. So it looks like actually my design is just a hair too short also, but for the sake of this video we will just toss it on there and do one more piece of tape at the top here to secure it. Oh, don't know what happened to my tape there. Like doubled up somehow in my thing. So okay, one more piece of tape. My press is already preheated to 365 degrees. This is the PNW Deluxe Sublimation Tumbler Press. And oh, wow, so I don't know if you saw that, but look, it's super, slidey, which means that my design actually isn't super tight. So that is a very huge no-no. So let's just redo that there to make sure it's nice and tight, because we would have put that in our press and it probably would have created white spots because the paper would have buckled. All right, make sure that's nice and tight. So now we shouldn't be able to see, you can't move that around at all. So I do it with the seam facing toward me for the first press. And I have my press set for 365 resting temperature and 367 degrees printing temperature and 30 seconds. These are small and, you know, really, this is the other one that I did. Turned out super cute. But I did not compensate. This is another thing that you want to make sure you do, is with these removable bottom bumpers, you want to make sure you compensate your design. So I didn't do that, so I think I'm just gonna give it to the kid like this, because then it doesn't cut off. I mean, you can kind of see it, but not really, and I'm not happy with that. And then I also didn't compensate for this right here, because this one, you would want that to be pretty much centered, either, you know, where you're drinking out of or whatever. So you're drinking here, there's no design, and then there's no design like right on the back. I mean, it's off to the side. I guess it's not that bad. I mean, it's still sellable. It's just, I mean, not ideal, I would say. So, and then I also did have a little bit of overlap, and I didn't line up my lines. So this one was just kind of a practice hot mess. But I mean, a kid's still gonna love that. That's still giveawayable, I would say. So my press is almost heated back up to, is at 366 now. It'll go to 367 and then it'll start counting down. And then once it hits that 30 seconds, then we'll rotate it and we will press it for the remaining 30 seconds. These do also have the removable straws, which makes it really nice and easy to clean. And they just pop in there. So we have 2 seconds to go. And I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. Let's see if you could see that. So basically I had the seam facing me. Now I'm just going to change it so the seam is facing away from me. And put it back in there. And then what I'm going to do is before I close the press, I'm going to wait till that temperature drops down below my printing temperature. So it's at 366, 365. So we're going to go ahead and close it back up. It's going to drop a little bit more as the attachment acclimates to the temperature of the tumbler, and then both are going to rise together so you have that even printing. And this way you're also pressing the same amount of time on both sides. So if you are getting white spots at your seam, you do the seam facing towards you and you're getting those white spots at your seam, try this. We call it the press trick. So you just wait until your temperature drops just a tad and then close it again. And then that way you get that full coverage, no white spots, and no white spots. If you missed the live the other day, and then I also posted it on YouTube afterward, pre-recorded, but we made this little guy. I mean, we made a cute little Easter bundle, so we made this little guy with the sublimation shirt that has the Happy Easter. And then also a little Easter basket, and this will be something that you can toss in the Easter basket. So we want to do our peek method to make sure that, once again, we have no white spots, and that looks perfect. No white spots whatsoever. And do the same thing for the top, and look at that, perfect. 2 presses. Oops, I don't know why I'm, I could take it off. It's all perfect and ready to go. Don't know why I'm closing it back up. 2 presses, 1 rotation, that's all you need. And you have an adorable little cup or tumbler or whatever you want to call this for Easter. So as I mentioned before, this design is by Michelle Ray Designs, and then I did add the little Happy Easter right there just to kind of make it a little bit more Eastery. This alpha is actually can be purchased on Etsy, and there's a 20% off coupon in the Facebook group. So if you are a Facebook member, go ahead and check out this alpha. If you want it, you can purchase it on Etsy for 20% off. And then once we put our thing all back together, oh, actually, I took my glove off. I don't know why I did that. It's still hot. So you can put that back together. You got a nice little bumper on there. And then close that up. So we have the Happy Easter right there, and then our little gnome guy is right there. Like I said, it's kind of a full wrap design, so the placement isn't exactly important, not so much as it was on the other one. You just pop it open if you don't want it to open. Look at that. Super cute. We have these available in 6 colors at pnwblanksanna.com. I am going to be listing them tonight. So if you don't see them quite yet, then just wait about an hour or so and they will be up on the site. So they will be available for sale. I have them ready to ship, and so you can order and get it within a few days. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on any content from PNW Blanks and Sublimation. Happy pressing!